President Moon has weighed in publicly for the first time on Japan's new trade restrictions against Korea. He's called on Japan to drop the measures and settle the dispute through negotiations. And he says he'll spare no effort to support the Korean companies that'll be affected. Our Park Hee-jun has more.
President Moon Jae-in has demanded that Japan calls off its latest trade restrictions in its first public remarks since the announcement of the export curbs.
일본 측의 조치 철회와 양국 간의 성의 있는 협의를 촉구합니다. 무역은 공동 번영의 도구여야 한다는 국제사회의 믿음과 일본이 늘 주창해온 자유무역의 원칙으로 되돌아가기를 바랍니다.
President Moon's meeting with his top aides on Monday comes at a time of troubled bilateral relations, stemming from Japan's new set of export controls on key materials bound for South Korea for making chips and smartphone displays. President Moon said he will try to resolve the dispute calmly in a diplomatic manner, but he made it clear that he will not stand back while Korean companies suffer the consequences. He promised to drop short-term responses and solutions to minimize the damage.
전례 없는 비상황 상황에 무엇보다 중요한 것은 정부와 경제계가 긴밀하게 소통하고 협력하는 것입니다. 청와대와 관련 부처 모두가 나서 상황 변화에 따른 해당 기업들의 애로를 직접 듣고 해결 방안을 함께 논의하며 필요한 지원을 아끼지 말아야 할 것입니다.
And to do that, President Moon is planning a meeting with the executives of 30 major South Korean companies on Wednesday. They're expected to include Samsung Electronics, one of the companies most affected by the restrictions. Taking the lead in dealing with the issue, the president is expected to exchange ideas on possible solutions. Park Hee-jun, Arirang News.